welcome back. We're doing another video. Slowly but surely, these pens are getting a lot more expensive. Last week's winner was the Uni Jetstream Lite. I love this pen. The ink is amazing. It's gonna be hard to beat this. But we're changing worlds here. We're going from a cheap plastic pen to a more expensive all metal pen. Not gonna be much comparison body wise. This is gonna be better. I mean, it has to be. Ink wise, I find it really hard to believe anything's gonna do better than this. Initial impression, it's all metal pen. There's knurling. I love knurling. Behind me, I'm filming this in my garage. Behind me is a home gym, knurling everywhere. It's an all metal pen. Really nice clip. Does really well going over thicker items, over the whole notebook if you want it to. Nice metal, nice springy. It's just, this pen feels great. I see why people love it just from initial holding it, right? Writing with it though, the ink was very disappointing. I had skilps. Had some pens where they're living blobs. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's really light in some places. It was $7.75 for this pen, and for a metal pen. The money went into the body, it didn't go into the ink. Second day dealing with this pen, knurling. Did I mention knurling? Yeah, so freaking cool. I love the grip. It's very grippy, but it didn't have an issue going in and out of pockets and catching stuff. The click is, nothing special. This clip, fantastic. This is what I'm talking about. It's strong, sturdy. I can put it on anything. I'm not worried about it. Durability is next level. This is a metal pen. I would freaking, wow, I'm struggling to bend that sucker. I would have to do something crazy on purpose to break this pen. Started drawing with it. It's okay. It's nothing special. Ways to improve this pen. It needs better ink. The ink is horrible. So I started researching online, seeing what people do. And there's a lot of cartridges you can put in here with modifications. I'm not going to do that. I want to buy stuff, put it in, go with it. I found out about one cartridge, we'll talk about in just a second, that you don't have to modify. But even with the ink being the way it is, this would be a good everyday carry pen. It's solid metal. This pen's going to last you for a long time. You're going to lose it before you ever break it. I hope I don't lose it. Really good pen. I like it. Fifth day with it, I'm starting writing with it. It's built like a tank. This is a solid pen. You're not going to damage this pen. You're not going to cause problems with it. The ink was the only problem. It's not great for taking notes, not great for taking, for drawing. Definitely wouldn't journal with it. But it's a great pen. It'll always be there and it'll always work. Great EDC pen. My final thoughts on the pen as is, when I start comparing it to it, this is amazing ink. It is truly amazing. This ink sucks. This is a cheap plastic pen body. I might break this in my pocket or my bag. You're never going to damage this pen. Great pen if you don't mind throwing it away and replacing it and changing it often. This is a pen you're going to buy and keep. The knurling on it, that about wins it for me right there, just that alone. It's a great pen, but this ink is so good. This ink is so bad. I would have to do a tie on these two pens. This is a great pen body, crappy ink. This is a pen body, amazing ink. But, what I was talking about earlier, the cartridge you can put into it. They're very limited, but there's only one I found that didn't require any kind of modification. And that is from Uni, their Power Tank. I don't know if that's going to focus. The Power Tank. It fits in there perfectly. No modifications needed at all. Jetstream Lite. Super smooth. I'm getting some blobs up at the top. The Uni Power Tank. Lots of blobs, lots of gooey. It's not as good. It's nice and smooth, but that's due to how big of a line it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little smudging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit of smudging. Jetstream is darker, smoother. Power Tank, it's comparably smooth, but a lot thicker line. Dries about the same, not as dark. The ink is not as good. It's a big step behind. But because the pen is so good, that this slightly better ink nudges this pen. So the Zebra f701 with the Power Tank, the smart Power Tank, you need to make sure you get the metal one, not the plastic one. That pushes it over a little bit. Makes it a little bit better. The price is starting to get up there because now we're talking $12 worth of pen versus, what, a $2.50 pen? However, extreme body, good enough ink, this is going to be my new daily carry. I see why so many people like it. This is a great pen. I'm interested to see how it's going to compare next week against the Odo GS01. It's going to be interesting. These pens are getting a lot more expensive. Not long after that, we're going to have the Parker Jotter, and we're going to have the Rotring, I don't even know how you say it, 600. If you want these pens, I'm giving every one of these pens away. Watch the video, subscribe, and comment if you want this pen. Thank you for watching. See y'all next week.